I'm Morgan Carlson.
And I'm Charlotte Wrench.
Coming up on this edition of SJE News, winter sports are coming into play.
Also making news, 50 people from our parish went on pilgrimage to the Holy Land. All this and more.
First, an update on a few school events. We had another successful food drive, feeding 20 families yet again, and we were also able to donate a lot of pajamas to foster care on our school movie day.
Hey Morgan, what sports do you play?
Basketball and softball. Did you know that winter sports are starting? Let's go take a look at our Eagle Eye reporter, Bobby Gamala.
Hi Eagles. Today I'm interviewing some star athletes from SJE.
I'm Bobby Gamala and I'm with
Allison Brinas and Juliana DiTola.
How has playing sports at SJE impacted your faith?
It made me a better teammate and it made me enjoy playing volleyball.
Made me closer to God, and made me more closer to people that I sometimes don't know, and now being a good teammate and respecting others.
What was your favorite part about playing volleyball here?
It made me closer to everybody on the team, and yeah.
And it made me be a more team supporter, and that being on a team is my most favorite part.
How did your first year of volleyball go?
It went pretty well and it was very successful when we got our first win.
Just knowing we were in 5th grade and we didn't know really how to play volleyball, and then we came this far.
How did you feel when you won the championship?
I felt really good because you win some, you lose some, and we were just wanting to win it and having that feel so good.
I just felt really happy because I felt like we were going to lose, but then we beat them and it made me feel really.
Hey Eagles, I'm with Aiden Schrader. How do you feel about that?
It's a lot of fun having him as our coach because we get to see him during the day and for practice. He's a great coach.
Why do you enjoy playing basketball?
I like hanging around with my friends, and I like competitive sports.
What are you looking forward to playing basketball next year?
Same thing as why I play. I like playing a competitive sport, playing with my friends, and it's just fun playing for the school to represent.
Wow, those were some really star athletes. Back to you guys in the studio.
Good luck with your SJE.
I heard that our Eagle Eye reporter, Max Basago, was able to interview some people who went on the pilgrimage.
Let's take a look.
50 parishioners went to the Holy Land trip. I'm going to be lucky enough to interview Father Declan, Mrs. Powell, and Mrs. Grimmer. Here are their interviews.
Hey Father, I heard you went on the Holy Land trip.
Yeah, I did.
Tell us about the organization and why did you do it?
Well, the reason why I did it is because out of anywhere in the world, that's my favorite place to be. I've been there before. So I wanted to bring people with me. So I brought 50 people from the parish with me to the Holy Land, and I organized it with a company out of Detroit. But I worked with them to get everything lined up so that way we could go visit all the holy sites, starting in Bethlehem where Jesus was born, going all through Jesus' life to Jerusalem where he died and was rose from the dead.
Thank you. What was your favorite spot in the trip?
Ooh, my favorite spot in the Holy Land is the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus in his agony was praying on the rock, and with his disciples. That's, for me, is the most powerful place.
Thank you, Father.
So, tell me about your Holy Land trip. What are some of the most interesting things you saw on your trip?
I really enjoyed all of the trip, but especially Jerusalem. It was such a beautiful city, full of ancient history, and really a holy place.
Was there a moment where you felt God's presence with you?
In Jerusalem, there is the Garden of Gethsemane, and there's a church there. You still see the garden, and the garden is beautiful, and there's old trees and beautiful flora, but the church itself is so dark and quiet and peaceful, and I was able to just have a moment with God where he told me to remain with him and stay with him like he did in the Garden of Gethsemane.
What was the favorite part of your trip?
Wow, it's hard to pick a favorite part, but the Stations of the Cross, walking through the old city and seeing the places where Jesus was and where he fell and where he carried his cross, and ultimately to go to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which was, again, just beautiful, the place of the crucifixion, the tomb where Jesus laid and then rose from the dead. It was truly an amazing experience.
Thank you.
Thank you, Max.
I'm here interviewing Mrs. Grimmer, who recently went on a 9-day trip to the Holy Land. So tell me, where did you go?
we went to Bethlehem and Nazareth and Jerusalem and all of the holy areas in the Holy Land.
So, what was your favorite place?
Some of my favorite places, I really liked the Church of the Nativity because you got to see the actual place where Jesus was born, and we got to kneel and touch that area, and that was very powerful.
So, was there ever a time where you felt the Holy Spirit with you in person? And where was that?
I felt a very strong sense of peace wherever I went. And one of my favorite places was the Garden of Gethsemane. I always mess that up. The Garden of Gethsemane. And it's such a beautiful place to visit at the Mount of Olives, and to envision the agony in the garden. Another favorite place that we saw a lot of waterways. I should have mentioned, we saw the River Jordan, we saw the Dead Sea, and we saw the Sea of Galilee. We had Mass on the shores of the Sea of Galilee, and we even took a boat ride on the Sea of Galilee, so that was really fun. I even have a t-shirt, see, because I had to buy the merchandise. And we had so much fun doing all of those things.
Anything else you would like to share about your Holy Land trip?
One more thing I would like to talk about is that we did actually get up really early in the morning, and we went to Old Jerusalem city where the Passion of Christ occurred, and we actually walked the path that Jesus walked, and that was very, very powerful. And it was dawn, and no one was out, and the shops were closed, and it was just our group. So it was very meaningful to be able to do that.
Thank you. That truly must have been a life-changing experience. I hope maybe I can go to the Holy Land too someday.
Wow, that must be amazing to see all the incredible sights.
It's amazing how many saints came from the Holy Land.
Speaking of the saints, the second graders made their Pop Bottle Saints, and Eagle Eye reporter Ava Zamatowski was able to interview some of the second graders.
Hi Eagles, my name is Ava Zamatowski, and today I'm going to be interviewing Mrs. Vaughn and her students about their Pop Bottle Saints. The Pop Bottle Saints have been an ongoing tradition for many years here at SJE. What is your name?
Johanna.
Who is your saint?
St. Joseph.
Did St. Joseph do anything special?
He helped Mary go to Bethlehem.
What is your name?
My name is Finn.
What saint did you make?
I made St. Joseph.
What is St. Joseph the patron saint of?
He is the patron saint of workers, builders, and that's it.
Did you have any troubles when making your Pop Bottle Saint?
No.
Did you have any expectations when seeing the saints?
I had expectations at the very beginning when I assigned it. They had to create take a 2-liter pop bottle, make it into a saint, and they had to write a report on it.
Did you think there was any repetition when you saw the saints?
Yes, I let them choose their favorite saint. A lot of them chose their patron saints and maybe saints that their parents liked, and there was some repetition. We had a couple St. George's this year, which we've never had before.
Wow, those Pop Bottle Saints were very cool. I can't wait to see the future Pop Bottle Saints. This project has been going on for so long that even my class did it. Back to you at the studio.
Aw, they're so cute.
Charlotte, do you like biology?
Yes, I do, and so do our 8th graders with their biology experiment they did this month.
Did you know that we added a high school level science class to our 8th grade curriculum? 8th graders now get the opportunity to earn high school credit in biology.
I agreed to teaching the 8th graders a high school biology class because it's important that students keep up with this and that they're able to themselves be competitive when they're applying to high schools and colleges. So the case study that the biology students are working on now is a chance for them to put their doctor shoes on and look at illnesses. So they've been given a case study on a female scientist. So they get a little history lesson behind it, and then they take some initial symptoms that this person has been having and come up with what they think it is. And then later, I'm the hospital, they're the doctor, I give them some more test results after their initial diagnosis that explains some real test results that they've gotten from blood work or x-rays, and then further symptoms that they've had. And then from there they get to go into Google, start doing research, and figure out what illness they actually have and what organelle has caused this illness. So they become a specialty on one of the organelles.